Today we have with us again Reverend Claire Middleton from the Center for Spiritual Living Colors right here in Charlotte. And we are actually moving through a series about it. And we're going to talk about it, but this is our series on it. Welcome, Reverend Claire. Good to see you again.
Good to be back.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy to have you. We're talking about, and Rev's going to do a recap, because I just kind of stumble all over the thing. But we're talking about it, what it is. What's the next one?
What it does.
What it does.
And how to use it.
And how to use it. And today we're on how to use it.
The thing itself,
okay. Yes.
Is one of the names that Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Science of Mind, uses to reference God. Another name that I love is it. And I love that because that tells me that God is in all things. Not just man or woman, not up in the sky with a long beard, but in all things. So oftentimes I will say it, and it's a capital I, it.
Yes. Okay.
So it is God. It is energy. It is intelligence. And one of the things that we hear is that we are made in the image and likeness of God, and yet when I look at you, I don't look like you. Yet, supposedly, there's something in me that's the same as you.
Yes.
And so when we take it down to the smallest level, we really are looking at energy. Mm-hmm. And when we recognize that that energy is not only in you, it's in plant, it's actually even in the chair, that there is God every single where in a myriad of forms. And so when we really get that, there's some reverence that we need to have for the things around us. So we recognize that God is everywhere present. That's the it. What it does anything and everything that you believe that it can do.
So whatever I believe. So it is done unto me as I believe.
Major.
Okay.
That's a major piece from the Bible. Mm-hmm. So today we're talking about if that's true, how do I use it? And we're really looking at the ability to recognize what we are believing and recognize that that's what's showing up in our lives. And if that's not what we like, we need to change it.
Okay, so first recognizing what we are believing.
Absolutely.
So how do we do that?
Well, we stop from our doing all day long and we stop and look at what's going on in our lives. Okay. Really look at our lives. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes we're so busy doing things that we're not recognizing what's going on. And we also have in our minds oftentimes an idea of how something's going to happen because it happened like that yesterday and the day before and the day before. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way it is. You'll hear people say that's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. So what I love about this teaching is, no, it's not just the way it is. What I go back to is that this thing we call God, this it, has created a perfect world. Can you believe that?
It doesn't look like it. It
has created
a perfect world. Yes. Well, I believe that, but it doesn't look like it.
To be able to partake of.
Yes.
And when we recognize that there is perfection available to us, then we have to say to ourselves, why am I not experiencing that perfection? Mm-hmm. And we go back to what you just said, it is done unto us as we believe. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take an everyday, ordinary situation.
Okay.
One of my favorites is 5 o'clock traffic.
Yes.
Oh, it's 5 o'clock. There's going to be traffic out there. Well, what was just said is belief. That's what that person believes.
Okay.
So when they leave their job at 5 o'clock, get in their car, guess what they're going to have? Traffic. Because they believe it, and that's what God gives you.
But everybody has traffic at 5 o'clock.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Okay.
I want you to think about it. I want you to think about something. There's always a line that's moving. There's always a line when you're in traffic.
That lane we're trying to get in,
lane
right?
that you wish you were in. And guess what? I'm in it.
Same thing.
Waving at you.
Store,
it's like,
right?
go by.
Yes.
You know, because I believe I can move in freedom and ease. So part of my belief is that I need to be listening, because sometimes God tells me, don't get on 85. Go through the streets. Other times God will say to me, move into the middle lane. Move into the far left lane. Stay in the right lane.
Okay.
So I'm listening, and God is providing for me the experience that I believe in. And those are people who believe that there are traffic. They have been given that gift as well. See, the thing about God that I love is whatever you believe, that's what you get. So your belief system can free you or it can put you in bondage.
Okay, so if we're not liking our reality, it's because our belief system is of things that we don't like.
Exactly.
And that's what we're creating in our lives.
Exactly.
So what we think about most of the time is what we become or what we outpicture.
Generally. There's a little other stuff I'll have to tell you about.
Okay, so we're talking about how it works.
How it works.
How it works, okay. And some of how to use it. So we're with Reverend Claire Middleton, and we're going to go to break. You're watching the Oneness Wellness Lifestyle Show, and we are streaming live right now at oneness-lifestyles.com, oneness-lifestyles.com. If you have questions, comments, or observations, call 1-800-609-8157, and we'll be right back.